Hello and welcome to the day ahead. It is Monday, November the 17th. I'm Andrew Gagan. Well, the local market is set to add to Friday's sharp declines this morning, with ASX futures down around 0.1%. Losses on global markets were more muted on Friday, with MSCI's global index gaining 0.4% for the week. Wall Street's major indices were mixed to end the week, as investors contemplated no more interest rate cuts from the Federal Reserve this year, also looking ahead to Nvidia's quarterly results this Wednesday. For the week, the S&P 500 rose 0.1%, the Dow 0.3%, and the Nasdaq lost 0.5%. Nvidia, Palantir and Microsoft gained, yet for the month so far, Nvidia has lost 6%, Palantir down 12%, while Oracle has lost 14%. The top three S&P 500 movers were Micron Technology, DoorDash and Super Microcomputer. United Health Group and Visa both weighed on the Dow. Warner Brothers Discovery gained after the entertainment company said it had amended Chief Executive David Zaslav's employment agreement amid a strategic review of its business. Cidara Therapeutics shares more than doubled after Merck said it would acquire the company in an almost $9.2 billion deal. And US-listed shares of BHP and Rio fell, tracking the copper price lower after weak economic data from China found concerns over demand. While the US government shutdown has ended, the data vacuum continues. The Bureau of Labour Statistics has said it will release employment data for September this week, while there's doubt about the publication of October's inflation data. Amidst that vacuum, more Federal Reserve members have argued why rates shouldn't be cut at the December meeting, with Laurie Logan saying, "I think it would be hard to support another rate cut unless we were to get convincing evidence that inflation is really coming down faster than my expectations, although we're seeing more than the gradual cooling that we've been seeing in the labour market." While Jeffrey Schmidt has said, "I do not think further cuts in interest rates will do much to patch over cracks in the labour market. However, cuts could have longer lasting effects on inflation as our commitment to our 2% objective increasingly comes into question." Well, US Treasury yields rose on Friday, with the 10-year at 4.15%, the 2-year was around 3.61%. Meanwhile, in the UK, government bonds and stocks suffered steep losses on speculation around the government's highly anticipated budget at the end of the month, with Finance Minister Rachel Reeves saying she has no plans to raise income taxes. The US dollar index was little changed. The Aussie dollar is trading at 65.4 US cents. Oil prices surged on Friday as Russia's main port halted oil exports following a Ukrainian drone attack. Brent crude futures up 2% at $64 a barrel. Copper prices fell almost 1%. Iron ore remained around $103 a tonne. And gold tumbled on a broader market sell-off sparked by hawkish remarks from US Federal Reserve officials. Spot gold down more than 2% at around $4,080 an ounce. And Bitcoin has also tumbled to under $94,000, its lowest level in 6 months. Ahead locally this week, we get the minutes from the RBA's policy meeting on Tuesday. Wednesday sees the wage price index for the September quarter, and Friday the Global Purchasing Managers Index for November. Overseas tomorrow, the US ADP weekly employment report, as well as import and export prices for October. Wednesday, the minutes from the Fed's last meeting. Thursday, China's 1- and 5-year loan prime rates, as well as the US Conference Board leading index and global PMIs on Friday. Today, we get trading updates for agribusiness focused companies Elders and Australian Agriculture, as well as Fleet Partners. That is your week and day ahead. We'll see you again tomorrow.